going on, everybody? Lox is here with our very first box bust of the new set OP-13 carrying on his will. I actually just got back from the pre-release tournament for this set. A lot of fun. Shout outs to Carlo for hosting the event. Very awesome guy. As you can see, my whole wall back here is One Piece, and you can hear about it. So when we got to the event, we were given the errata new promo Nami that was just recently released in English. The first Nami actually just recently banned, and the first was on the ban list. So we got a new version way back when. Of course, the guy is very chill. He actually didn't fighting, so he's split it out between all 8 of us. So we have tons of stuff to open. 2, 4 weapon packs. 4, 6, 8, 9 of the 3rd anniversary tournaments, 3 brothers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 of the anniversary tournament packs. This one singular pack is my package for winning. He also split a box between me and 4 others. So we have 12, half of the box, and we have a full box of OP-13 to open. So I'm going to start off with the pricing. Everybody was given this pretty much. I do want to look at what else is in this, but I have no idea. Besides the new Nami leader, and it seems to go all the way to the top. It is a Robber Pirates type card, which is pretty cool. We're going to go into our pricing first with the weapon packs. I have no idea what that means, to be honest. I didn't look at the word list. There's 6 different ones, and is the Searcher Zero. No, this is the Ramping Zero from Pokemon. Which is still a pretty good card. The Pirate Searcher Pika. Starter deck 16 Luffy. So far we've gotten one of each of the variants. Knock on wood. Onami is in this as well. This is a really good card in a lot of yellow decks. So we got 5 of the 6 from that, which is still pretty awesome that we didn't get any duplicates. So Onami, Film Luffy, 2K Law, Uta, and Zoro. Now we're going to go into the 3 Brothers pack. There are 2 cards per pack in this. So we got Rainbow Luffy and Sabo. I can only assume Rainbow Luffy is going to be in some of these, so I'm just going to try and do the best. But we got the OP-9 Odyssey Sabo. Not a bad card. We got the very first starter deck, new art of Luffy with the 30 versus stamp on it. got Ace as well. So I'm just going to open the rest of these off camera, considering that we just got all 3 different versions of the brothers in this. So yeah, we're going to move on to the 3rd anniversary pre-release cards. There's 75 different cards in this set. We got St. John and Agnes. Vegapunk and St. Mosgard. So far, no dukes. Knock on wood. Sunnykun and Jinbei. Kozuki Momonosuke and Hack. I actually need Hack for my solo deck that I am building, so that's always nice. And we're going to go on to the final pack that we have of the pre-release 3rd anniversary. St. Mosgard and Cody. And that's the first time this card out. This card is like PRB01 Red Zanji. Activate main once per turn. Up to one of your characters without an on-play effect. With a cost of 8 or less, gain Rush. There were 3 others that also use this leader. And I just happened to get the second to last spot of using this leader during the pre-release. He's still pretty cool. He's still really strong during pre-release events. So I mainly built my deck around the fact of playing no on plays. So I use something like World Cry. I also use some kind of blocker in this set. Some events. Mainly I was looking for vanillas to fill my deck with, and Lord of the Coast was actually probably my top card in this deck. I also had a lot of 2Ks, some 4-5s, bouncing. So I really went through like everything that I could go through with this deck. Ucha did save me a couple of times with activating Dawn. Also, there's a card of Roger's version of Divine Parker in this set, and also pretty saves me pretty long. So we're going to open up the tournament pack that we got for 4th place. So we got Curly Dodon, the Empty Throne, Yuma, St. Jomak, Emporio Ivankov, Gatling Gun, Wapple, Hack, our first leader being Roger, Zoki Hori, and Trafalgar Law. I saw a lot of people running this, and it saved some life. Use a blocker to have having a blocker is helpful in a sense. Now we're going to get into the 12 packs that were shared amongst each other. So this time probably a box and a half break of this set. So we got Connie, Napoleon, Curly the Dawn, Koala, Kozuki Momonosuke, Little Oars Jr., all the way to the top, Nika Robin, never existed in the first place, Lord Bonnie, Top Man Warcry, and Esme. Gordon, Circle, Brooke, Shaka, Cody, Morgan, Cobra, Belahim, Sabo, this is my guy, Boa, and Hiyori. Honestly, out of the two decks that I was thinking of building from the set, Sabo stood out to me the most because I like Sabo as a character. The other one was Ace, but I've been playing meta decks so many times, I want to try and choose like a mid-line deck. Beppo, York, Snake Shot, Inarashi, Kozuki Momonosuke, Crocus, Pythagoras, Elephant Gun, Vista, and Saint Ethobarn V. Nozujo. The Elders are a pretty big thing in this set. Emu is pretty much winning a lot of things. I think Emu is probably the best deck from the set. Unfortunately, besides Ace. Ace is probably the second best deck. And then there's like Sabo, Roger. Like Roger's pretty good. I will not deny that. We got Kara, Toki, the Aura Jackson, Tom, the Equilibrium cannot be maintained forever, Frankie, Rouge, Charlos, Makino, Izo, Law, and 10 cost blocker Nugate. That is one card that I am going to need a couple of copies of, hopefully, for whenever I decide to build Ace, or I'm going to put it into the starter deck 22 Ace Nugate leader, because that deck is actually pretty fun, not gonna lie. Fosa, Connie, Gordon, Haruta, all the way to the top, or to the coast, Prometheus, the one who is most free is the Pirate King, Luffy Leader, Dragon, Shanks, and the Dawn. I'd like to meet this fellow. That is a pretty cool Dawn, not gonna lie. Pretty cool Dawn. And if you guys like this content, please be sure to let me know. This is my first before I used to do Pokemon. Vegapunk, Circle, Beppo, Noseguard, Brilliant Punk, Shaka, Edison, Robin, another Roger leader. I know you're strong, so I'll go all out from the very start, and Lilith. I did hit a couple of hits from my pre-release, but I did not end up winning, so I will show those at the very end. And what I was actually very proud of when I did them as well. I'll show those at the very end. So we got Hera, Windmill Village, Gordon, Boot Slap, Inarashi, St. Mogard, Emporio Ivankov, Brilliant Bump, Kozuki Odin, Jewelry Bonnie, Divine Departure. This is the card that I was talking about. Minusing 8k to one of your opponent's characters is awesome for Wrestling 5. And then a Saint Saturn. And I'm all caught up on the anime too, which makes it so much fun to know all of these characters. And unfortunately, I don't read the manga, which I probably should, because we're all the way in Elbaf now, and set 15 is supposed to take place about Elbaf. Set 14 is supposed to be about the 7 Warlords, and I'm very much looking forward to that set in February when we get it. There's Emu, one of the other leaders of the set, Scopper Gaban, and if I bow down to power, what is the point in living? Now, Ace had probably some of the hardest line in the series, because he was just a very cool character. Goofy at times, but he was probably one of the more serious characters as well. Iguma, Windmill Village, Sunny, go all the way to the top, Morgans, Wamanoke, Snake Shot, never existed in the first place, Boa Marigold, but Ace here said he deserved it, and Uta. Ace used to probably be my very favorite character, then I switched to Sato because of how willing he was to take up the mantle for Ace after his death in the record, so if you guys don't know that. Vegapunk, Beppo, The Empty Throne, Teach, Shaka, Ivankov, go all the way to the top, Prometheus, Pythagoras, Nika Robin, Fiori, and Shanks. There's also my go-to Shanks. I also used to play him. Probably going to end up playing him at the up-and-coming tour tournament that our guy is hosting. If I can get some stuff in, because I'm missing a couple of the recent Mario set laws for that I'm running. Persona, Snake Shot, Hack, Cobra, Reapple, Vista, and Ace, Sabo, and really cool art of the 3 brothers when they were pretty young. Them all sharing a thing of, it's like water, but no, it's actually supposed to be sake. Guma, Koala, Napoleon, Douglas, Brilliant Punk, Emporio Ivankov, Momo, Izo, Focus, Atlas, Buggy, and the alt-art version of Uta. This is very beautiful. One of my new favorite cards now. Set that up there. Big movie. Now we're going to get into the box itself. I also noticed Bandai started putting official Bandai stickers. There's a lot of third-party scalpers trying to seal boxes, so you can actually tell if the box will be sealed or not. I think that's a step in the right direction. Orca, Lawful, Hack, Odin, Gabon, and Jupiter. Not a bad first pack. Dawn, Amplithrone, Duma, Cody, Organs, Snake Trap, Atlas, Chopper, Human, Zoil, and there is a gold version of this one. It's also pretty nice. Tournament fights that I go to, our friend Highlander actually records some of those, so I'm gonna leave a link to his down below, and then also if you want me to have some, do let me know, and I can try and take my tripod now. Belheim, Bonnie, Meteor Fist, Garp, and alt art version of Yamato. If I remember correctly, this is a scene where Ace was just leaving Wano for the first time and gave her the Very card. It was a truly tragic scene. Once the Very card burnt out, unfortunately. So there's the first hit of the box. I'm actually kind of glad it was the Yamato. Yamato's a really cool card. Food Slap, Hera, Bullet, Sander Sonda, Marigold, ooh, from What's Point of Living, again, Ace, probably one of the hardest characters in the game, in the anime, when he was alive, so, but, unfortunately, he got donutted. Windmill Village, Gordon, Whoop Clap, Paper, Art Image. That card gave me some saving grace during the pre-release as well. Never should have existed. Cobra, Benheim, Utama, a very, very good card. And another Blocker Newgate. That Utama is very good. Which was why Nami ended up getting banned in the first place. When it was first revealed, everybody was starting to complain, oh, Nami's going to be so overpowered because she's able to cut herself out even faster. Because the whole gimmick of Hold Nami, well, I mean, it's still Nami, but the whole gimmick was you had to deck yourself out in order to win. You were playing like a game of solitaire the whole time. If you ran out of steam, you kind of just ended up losing. At some point I need to get me like an actual ring light to use. Ivankov, Brilliant Punk, Frankie, Haruta, the one who is most free is Pirate King. This card actually ended up saving me a couple times too when I placed it for Sanji. Our first secret rare, Sabo, I need a couple of copies of him. But there's hit number 2. First Sabo. Need a whole playset of him for my deck. Because the way I'm building it around him is I want to out-aggress my opponent and become faster than they are. Ooh, Julurgani. Because how Sabo pretty much works is that you start off at a disadvantage and then you get powerful as you continue the game. And by the end, you're like a also being a very defensive like deck, especially with the new PRB Sabo, the blocker. Hey, and that's a third hit, Alt Art Leader Sabo. I'm so glad this was my leader hit. I am very, very happy. I could die happy now, honestly, knowing that he was my hit. If I can even get the cards out of this pack. Try me. Koala, Napoleon, Rosard, Teach, all the way to the top. Same Osgard, Frankie, Hack, Meteor Fist, Plamco, Nizajaru, and Law. I'm pretty sure that was all 3 hits from this box, because there's like 2 to 3 hits a box usually. So if we get any more, it's probably going to be like SRs or something. But I'm not mad. I am not mad. Don, Punk, Beppo, Sandersonda, Snake Shot, Shaka, Nekamamushi, Atlas, Roger, Dragon, and Shanks. Man, actually getting the Sabo leader is crazy. York, Cora Jackson, Sunikun, Bullet, Punk, Ivankov, Pirate King, Luffy, Vista, and Buggy. Because if I got like Emu, Ace, Roger, well, I wouldn't care if I got Ace. Ace was also pretty cool. If I got like Luffy, Emu, or Roger, or Bonnie, I probably would have cried. Teach, Slap, Vegapunk, Momonosuke, Kobe, Boruto, Cobra, Izo, Neko, Saturn, and a SR Stussy. This set is treating me nicely. Like, my luck with this set already, and it's not even fully out yet, it's just pre-release stuff, is nuts. So shout out once again to Hardcore Coliseum for hooking me up with the box. Elephant Gun, Otama, and Gabon. I think that's our second or third Otama, so I might as well build Ace too if I have the stuff to do it. Look into it after I get done here. Village, Connie, Napoleon, After Image, Tom, Ivankov, Charlia, Makino. That's our third Roger. Garp, Zoro, and another Dawn. I think that's my third Garp that I have, because I actually ended up pulling a Altar Garp at the pre-release for my 6 packs, and I didn't end up using him because I'm like, I don't really have a use for him right now. Dawn, Koala, Myoku, Gordon, Mosgard, Gatling, Morgans, Kobe, Flamco. Guess we'll have another scrape. Dawn Stamp and Shanks. Can't believe all of this it's pretty funny too as well. Brook, Empty Throne, Punk, Haruta, Gelmac, Rouge, Pythagoras, Helmeppo, Charlos. My camera is falling. Sorry guys. Yeah, Charlos, Saturn, and another Uta. Should honestly put all my SRs back there as well, so we can do a recap of what we ended up opening. I'm gonna try and recenter this, because I'm using an old tripod that I had for this. Hopefully that's center enough. Probably as centered as it has been the whole time. Connie, Beppo, skipping so many cards. York, Hera, Equilibrium, Inuarashi, Sarasonda. Again, I'm missing so many cards. Vista and But Ace would have said you deserved it. Me and this light's gonna go around, guys. I swear. Toki, Jackson, Fosa, Connie, Snake Shot, Bullet, Momo, Crocus, Pirate King, Jinbei, Law, and our first Silver's Rayleigh. This card is so good. Especially if you run like the Roger Pirates engine in OP-05's Luffy. That card is busted. York, Napoleon, Sunny-kun, Toki, Little Lords Jr., St. Mo's Guard, Brilliant Punk, Crocus, Pythagoras, Bonnie, Vivi, and the 5 Elders at your service. Carrying on his will, we have a couple more packs. This is our third to last pack of the box. Gayagoro, Connie, Woodslap, Kuriel, Bullet, Kobe, Elephant Gun, St. Charlos, Makino, Buggy, and the 5 Elders. So we're getting pretty much one of everything right now, which is pretty cool. I would not be mad if I can get like another Yamato or two out of these last two, which is probably not going to happen, but we'll see. Koala, Fosa, Toki, York, Gatling Gun, Rouge, Junior, Edison, Robin, Luffy, Boa, and Hiyori. And we are down to the final pack of the set. Let's see what we get. Mostly an SR because I can see the shiny background, but what SR, I have no idea. And then I will pull out the 2 cards that I got from the pre-release that I want to show you guys because I'm very proud of them. Vista and Yamato. So we have a second Yamato for our ace deck. Alright, I'm going to grab my 2 cards and I will be right back. Alright, so I grabbed the 2 cards that I was very proud of getting out of the 6 packs I was given to build a deck with. The first one we're going to go over is the Altar Garp. I actually do like the art that he has here. This is of him when he's young in the Navy, I believe, when he's starting out, or before he was pretty much a Vice Admiral. And then this is my treasure. It is the wanted poster of Portgas the Ace. This was very shocking when I first got it. I think this was the 3rd pack that I opened with, and you could not imagine the excitement that hit my brain when I got Ace's wanted poster. I believe right now this one is in error wanted poster because the effect down here is supposed to be different. If I remember the story correctly, I'll throw it on screen that there's 2 different versions of this card. That one has the secret rare Luffy's effect, and the other one has his actual effect on it. So I'll throw that up here at the timestamp that we have right now. So to go over what we ended up getting, we got a Yamato, a 5 Elders, a Silver's Rayleigh, Uta, 2 Utas, the other one's in a stack over there, the Stussy, the crown jewel of this, probably the Altart Sabo, Jewelry Bonnie, Sabo Secret Rare, Altart Yamato, and Altart Uta. So this was indeed a 3-hit box. So I am proud to say, even though I went 2-1 at the tournament, I am very happy with the stuff I was given from Cardboard Coliseum. Once again, huge shout out to them. I know it's like the 3rd time I said it, but Joe, the owner, is such a cool guy. Thank you guys for watching this box break, and I'll see you guys later.